Hey y'all, my name is Emma Lou and welcome to my channel. So today is such an exciting day. It is January 1st, 2020. It is the very first day of my fitness journey, and because of that, I wanted to make sure that I got all my measurements. So I have weighed myself, I have, taken a tape measure. I've taken a tape measure and I did things and I was like, oh, how, not my neck, that'd be ridiculous. Imagine you're about to see it all. Like I said, so I measured myself with one of these. I took my weight, and I also got some before pictures, so we can kind of see where. Not kind of. We're going to see where I started, which I'm so excited about. Ooh, I think it's gonna be so good. But before we get into this, we're just gonna be real, okay? My biggest insecurity, and it always has been, is my body. So the fact that I'm putting this on the internet is very scary for me. It really, I've been thinking, oh, I don't want to do this just because I don't want everybody to know, my weight and my measurements. But here's the thing. I am not the only person out there who is insecure about this. And so if I can put this out there, and if I can, oh, wow, I just pulled my own hair. If I can put this out there, and if I can own it, if I can say this is my weight, this is where I am, but I'm going to change it. If I can do that, then I know that you can too. My hope is that anyone who is watching this, that you feel inspired, that you feel like if she can do it, I can do it too, because we're in this together. So leave a comment down below. If you're going to start, if you're watching this, I don't care what day it is. It could be February 2nd, 2022. And maybe you're finding this video then. And if that's when you're starting, that's when you're starting. And that's awesome. And I just hope that we can inspire each other. So leave a comment down below and just say, hey, I'm going to start this. This is inspiring to me. Or I'm just here just to watch you and see your journey, or whatever it is. Also, right now is a really good time. Smash that like button. If you're into health and fitness and making changes in your life, hit that like button. Okay, so the first measurement that I want to show you is probably this. I don't know if it's the scariest one. It's the scariest one for me personally, and it's my weight. In the past, I haven't actually measured my weight, just because whenever I do get on the scale, it really freaks me out. It really messes with my head, and I just start to feel so bad about myself. But 2020 is the year where I'm just going to own it. Yes, this is my weight right now, but I can change it. And that's the beauty of our bodies. If you're unhappy with something, you can change it. So I'm going to change my weight. So this is just a number. And that's something else that I want to remind myself and anybody out there who's struggling with their weight. It's just a number. It doesn't change how you look. It doesn't change how you feel. Physically, maybe emotionally, you might get a little bit upset, but it's just a number. It is just a number. And I am measuring myself just so that I know data points and so that I can see this is how much I've grown and learned and lost. Something else that I want to touch on is I don't actually have a goal weight. I'm more focused right now on how I feel and how I'm fitting into my clothes and how I can see myself changing. Just because in my adult life, I've never been super thin, and I don't even know what goal to try to reach. And on top of that, you can Google it, but every body is so different that it's I don't even know that I can trust numbers on the internet, right? Because it doesn't take into account how much you're working out and, just the different factors that go into, my height is different from girl to girl. I'm 5'11". Y'all, I'm a tall lady. So I don't know. I don't have a goal weight. I don't even know what that goal weight would be. So I'm just kind of going into this thinking, I'm just trying to get healthy. I'm just trying to get fit. And if you do work out anyway, muscle is heavier than fat. So it's who cares about the number? It's just a number. So I don't have a goal weight. I'm just using this purely so that I can see how I have changed. And maybe I just stay at the same weight and I just replace my fat with muscle. I don't know. We're in this together. We're learning everything together. This is it. This is my starting weight. Okay, this is where we're starting. Okay, now that we see that number, and you know it and I know it, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit high. It's a little bit higher than I would have thought, but in my head I was thinking about 175, so it's not that far off. I've definitely gained a little bit of holiday weight, I'm sure. I don't know, but like I said, I really don't measure myself anyway. So, it is what it is. I also want to say the number isn't bothering me as much as I thought it would. And I think it's because I'm going into this with the mindset of this is just a number and I'm changing it today. This is the last time it's going to be this high. And from now on, maybe unless I gain like a super crazy amount of muscle, maybe I'll just be like the big buff lady. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I doubt that that's going to happen. But again, we don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. This next part is a little bit more tricky. This is the part where where'd it go? This is the part where I grabbed my tape measure, and I measured all sorts of my body parts. I measured my arm, I measured my thighs, I measured my waist and my tummy and my booty. And I would like to talk about my booty really quick. So I measured my booty, and we can trust the booty measurements. I really struggled to get a before picture of my booty because I didn't want to wear leggings. I feel like leggings are a little bit compressive, and I wanted the most accurate view of my booty as I could, but then I wore shorts. I don't know. So I just did the best I could. Hopefully the numbers are going to be as accurate as I can get them. But alas, this is what it is. I also want to say this is really hard for me to show because it's not very flattering, and I'm very aware that it's not very flattering, but we're just keeping it real. And I know that when I watch other people post their weight loss stories, I like to see where they were and where they've gone. So I'm doing this for y'all, but also for me so that I can see, but also so that you can see. So we're all just seeing. And ultimately, it's just a body. It's my body. And again, I'm changing it. And that's the beauty of bodies, is we can change. In the past, I've avoided measuring myself just because when I go to do it again, I never get it in the right spot. But we're going to try today, okay? So, oh wow, how do people do this? I know you're supposed to go to the biggest, oh, I got it here. So you're supposed to start with the biggest point, right? Oh my gosh, if I can figure out how to use a tape measure. Biggest point, maybe not. Okay, that is 38 inches. Right at the tummy. Is this my waist? I don't know. I'll do it though. Okay, this is 39 and a half. So that's kind of, right at my tummy, right there. That's the biggest part of my stomach. So then we'll do thigh. Okay. Can you see my thigh? My thigh is not there, but just trust I'm getting my thigh. For future reference, when I need to do this again, there's a freckle on my thigh, on my left thigh. And I'm just going to put the tape measure on the freckle. That's 23 and a half. And then, okay, we're going to do my arm. Oh, you know what? Okay, this arm has a mole on it, so we're going to measure with the mole. How do you do this? Oh my gosh. You might need to grab a friend for this. Oh boy. This is so scientific. Oh, okay, hold on. When I'm measuring around my mole, it's 11 and a half. Okay. That may not be where you're supposed to measure it, but listen, I just got to remember where I did it. So I do it on the mole. So this is on the mole. This is on the freckle. The highest point, my bust. Oh, now we got to do the booty. So you go to the biggest point of the booty. Oops. Oh man, it's getting hot, so I'll turn on the heat. And I'm stressed out about this. The biggest point of my booty, I think, oh gosh, please be the biggest point of my booty. Okay, I'm at about 43 and a half. I do a lot of halves. I don't like to fully commit, you know? Okay, so I did thigh, booty, this. Let's do, actually, I want to do like the smallest point on my waist. I just think that's interesting just to see. So the smallest, 32, okay? So I'm 32 right here. I don't know where my butt is. I did my tummy, I did my bust, I did my arm, and I did my leg. Oh, and just for reference, I'm 5'11". I don't know. That's not going to change, but I just thought it's interesting to know. I'm 5'11". So on January 1st, 2020, these are my measurements. Hopefully I can figure out how to put them on the screen. So these are my measurements on January 1st, 2020. My weight is this number. And there we go. Finally, I'm just going to sneak in my before pictures. I'm also, I also took some like outfit of the day pictures of myself before I went to the gym, and I am wearing leggings. So I am going to sneak that in for the booty. Just so we can kind of see what it's like in shorts and what it is in like kind of leggings, but they were short leggings. Anyway, here are my before pictures. And again, I know it's not the most flattering, but that's kind of the point. They're before pictures. They're not supposed to look good. I also want to point out, and I think this is pretty funny, I had to stand on a chair to get this footage. So, it's really hard. It was really hard to get my whole body in the picture, but I did it for y'all. Okay, well, that's it. Those are my measurements. That's my weight. That's what I looked like. Now, today is a Wednesday, I think. Is it? I don't know. It's January 1st. I think it's a Wednesday. Listen, I'm still between that little break between the holidays where I'm like, well, what day is it? What's going on? Anyway, today is Wednesday. And from now on, I'm going to be measuring myself on a Sunday morning. Wednesday morning doesn't really work for me. And I've heard that, like, if you want the most accurate data, you need to be taking it consistently at about the same time that you have in the past. So I'm thinking Sunday mornings before I've had anything to eat or drink, but after I've gone to the bathroom. That's when I'm going to start taking my measurements. I don't know how often I'm going to update you guys on my measurements. Possibly weekly, possibly bi-weekly. I haven't figured that part out yet. But I will be posting my progress on this channel. Well, that's it, y'all. This is how I am starting my 2020, and I'm feeling dang good. I went to the gym today already. I had like a pretty good breakfast, and it's just feeling like a really good start to a new year and really my new life, right? I'm changing my lifestyle. I'm changing how I eat. I'm changing how I view my fitness. And it's really exciting. So I hope that this is motivational to you. Please remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to see the rest of my journey, and leave a comment down below. Say maybe you're starting your journey or where you're at, or if you have any questions or requests, leave them in the comments. Until next time, bye y'all.